There are still women out there trying to find opportunity, who do not even know where to find opportunity. The conversation is still there. If we still see that there are women who are still experiencing gender-based violence, then the conversation
can't keep quiet. You have to continue. Definitely. Favors, or she was like, no, my upbringing was pretty cool. It was balanced. I'm a good girl child.
So my family is made up of 5 girls, me being the youngest. And I wouldn't say that I have experienced some sort of unfair treatment per se, but I think I would want to really applaud my father, who I can say, bless his soul. He was a feminist in his own right. He grounded us as young women to fight for our rights, to work for what we want to achieve, to not wait to get things served on a silver platter for us. So I've always grown up with the mentality that if I want something, I can get it. It does not matter that I am a woman, but whatever I put my mind to, I can have it.
I like that kind of upbringing. It makes you less dependent on the other party, whether it's another woman growing up that you look up to, or even a male partner, right? It makes you feel like, yes, I might need and want you, but I can still do it on my own.
Definitely.
Like, yeah.
I think that's one of the things that we also need to teach our young girls, for them to realize that opportunities are there. If you look for them, if you're hungry for them, the opportunities are there. You just need to stretch out. You just need to apply yourself. And you can. I think that the comparison is still there. I would go back to my experience working at Elevate Trust, where you would find that dialogues with young girls, they compared themselves, especially in some, if I can call them, hard sciences, like your career, how you apply yourself even at work. You do not see yourself in the decision making positions, because you feel like it's the big boys that have to make the decisions. If it's the big boys that have to influence policy in our countries. So comparison starts at a very young age, and it influences us as we grow older.
Yeah, man, because I've always thought about it. If girls were to be just secluded and be by themselves, because I went to an all-girls school, primary, a little bit of high school. No. I think all the way up until Form 4. I went to it. It was all girls. I linked with girls until I was in Form 4.
Yeah.
And then lower 6 and upper 6, I was at a co-ed school. Not once did I feel the pressure to compare myself to the guys. I was just doing Becky.
I think that socialization is a plus. Sometimes I think, like you rightfully said, if we are secluded to some extent, I don't feel the need to prove myself. I don't feel the need to show my male counterpart that, you know what, I can do it. If your success is based off proving yourself, you will not enjoy it.
You will not enjoy
success
it. Success
is supposed to be a competition with you, telling yourself, okay, I need to up my game. I placed a limitation on myself. Last year I told myself I'm going to go to the gym 3 times. I never hit the gym. So this year we are doing something better. Yes. We are doing something better. So success is enjoyable when it's against you. When you
not against someone else.
Not against someone else. When you look in the mirror and say, well done, Becky.
Oh, Linda, thank you.
You have done something good for yourself.
Thank you for that. Because I've always thought, I'm just like, something has got to give, or we need to stop at some point and just really be like, why am I doing it? If I want to be better at radio presenting, why
am I doing it?
Why am I doing it? Whom am I doing it for? Am I saying I want to be a better radio presenter than that guy? No, the moment it becomes about someone else, like you said, it negates the whole thing, like the reason why you are actually doing it. So looking at your teenage years, did you see yourself being in the place that you were in? Did you always advocate for women's rights or for the girl child? If you look at your age, let's say between 15, or maybe you started earlier, not knowing, but let's just take it to your teenage years, just before you turn 20 or 21.
I wouldn't say I saw myself as an advocate, because as an advocate you have to be outspoken, you have to be loud. I was not at all. I was an introvert. I liked keeping to myself. I liked reading my books and keeping my face behind the book. But then as I grew up, I would say when I joined Ignite, I think I was around 23, if I'm not mistaken. I had just finished university, and my university years made me learn a lot about the challenges that women are facing, especially in the academic space. Young girls, challenges young girls are facing. And I say to myself, how can I also use my education and my academic experience to empower young women? Because I don't want to go to school just so that I hang my certificate. I don't want to go to school just so that people can say, she has a master's, but I actually want to use what I learned, the analysis that I learned through my schoolwork, the research that I learned when I was doing my schoolwork, to make another woman's life better. So when I joined Ignite Youth, it was an amazing experience because it made me learn the challenges of women from different backgrounds. And it made me realize that as much as we are black, white, colored, Hindu, Muslim, because we are women, the challenges remain the same. It may not be the same context, but they are the same to some extent.
But the challenge will happen. It's probably like a same script, different cast.
Same script, different cast, like you rightfully said. And I feel like it then fueled as I was growing up. It then fueled, and it made me realize that more needs to be done, and not just advocating, but advocating for action actually being done, not just for policy change, but for actually seeing the policy in effect.
Because okay, now that you've raised, you see how I even adjusted my seat. Okay, I've seen women advocating for a lot of things to do with women, the right to education, the right to a good menstrual cycle, because when you go on your menstruation, it's not just the pad that you need, it's the clean water, it's the medication, it's the emotional support, so they will be advocating for those things, and it's all talk. And then you're like, okay, fine, we've heard you. Where's the action? Yeah, you'll find people lobbying for a lot of things. They will lobby for the girl child. They will, my goodness me, they will go all out. But now, give us the action.
True.
Where is it lacking? And what makes you different from the next person whom I might even speak to, who says, no, I stand for the girl child. Women rights is the thing that I do.
Like, I think you were asking me before we went on air, that is there something that you've loved, or is just an opportunity? And like all other disciplines, every discipline has an opportunity. It may be an opportunity to make your name known. It may be an opportunity to have more money in your bank account. But if it is not fueled by passion, I feel like it is difficult for you to follow up on what you're advocating for. I'll throw it back to the work that we do at Musasa to advocate for a community that is free of gender-based violence and all forms of violence against women and girls. We want to see women feeling safe, women knowing that I can go and report a case and it happened, and then there's action. So one of the things that I do, and we try to implement as an organization, is to make sure that when the survivors come to us, we make sure that they receive all the psychosocial support that they need. We make sure that if you do not know that there are legal issues around your situation, we take you through that. If you need medical assistance, how can we assist you? We help you go to see the doctor. So it's not just about advocating that we don't want women being beaten up, but what are you doing after that? How are you relating with the survivor? How are you making sure that even after the trauma counseling, the survivor can go back and integrate into community and be a functional citizen of so it's more than just I stand for women, I stand against gender-based violence, but what are you doing to accompany that advocacy?
All right, so take us through a situation where a woman comes through to Musasa Project. She's battered, right? She's probably got 3 children that she left at the house. She ran for her life. That's all she wanted to do. She wanted to survive. I want to remain alive so I can take care of my children. So she runs to Musasa Project. You can clearly see that hands have been laid on her. probably blue, green eye at this point. Maybe it's a cracked skull, an open wound, bruised arm, you know. You can tell that the signs of abuse are there. Okay. And then she tells you it's not the first time it has happened, but this time I thought I was going to die. True. So I came here. I need help. So what's the process like?
Okay, so when you come to Musasa, right? So I'll just give you a brief of the services that we offer and what then happens in that scenario. Yeah. So we, like I said, we offer psychosocial support. We have a one-stop center where we have services, the legal services in the event that you need legal assistance. We have medical assistance in the event that you need medical assistance, like you rightfully. We help them through the different processes, the referral pathway on how you can navigate the situation that you find yourself in. So the self-shelters provide